Do you have a dog who is too spastic to take out in public or too naughty to be off of their leash? The key to preventing or correcting these behaviors lies in basic fundamentals and techniques that are fun for both you and your dog to learn. The most important part of training is positive reinforcement. You want to make sure that for every time they complete a trick, you do a click and you give them a treat within 10 seconds afterwards. You also want to switch up the treats a lot and not stick to just one treat, but maybe switch between a few different ones. It's also important to only say a command once and say it sternly so they listen. And it's good to have a comfy environment. You can't see, but I have my dog's favorite blanket on the ground so she can feel comfortable. So some of the most important tricks are going to be the sit and come. So as you can see, Minerva is sitting, and then if I say come, Minerva, come, sit, good girl. Now we could do it the other way, come, sit, good girl. That's really important, say if you're out on a walk and another dog is coming towards you and you don't want your dog to jump on them, you can tell them to sit. Or if they see a bunny and they try to run away, you could tell them to come and they're going to be more likely to come. Another one of my favorite tricks is going to be leave it. So come here. Minerva, come. So you have a treat in your hand for them to sniff. Leave it. Good girl. And you can move it closer. Leave it. Good girl. And the important thing with this trick is to never give them the treat as a reward that you told them to leave it. So that way, if you're on a walk and there's a dead bird or animal poop or anything like that, if you tell them leave it, they'll know never touch it ever. And if they don't touch it, then they'll get a reward. Another fun trick is the shake. Shake. Good girl. And from there, you can teach them how to high five. Good girl. That one's just really for fun. It's kind of cool sometimes to tell your dog, like, hey, I just ate 6 tacos. High five. Nice. Another important one, especially for big dogs like mine, is down. So you look them in the eyes and say, look at me, down. And they get down on the ground. This is good for when small kids are around, or if they're just being crazy in the house and you need them to lay down, or when you're eating and you don't want them to be begging for your food. I like to have my dog lay down when anyone's eating. Another useful trick that I already kind of talked about was watch me. If your dog's just not paying attention to you and you can't get their attention, it's really helpful for them to look at you before you have them say a command. So the best way to teach this one is to hold a treat in front of your nose, look your dog in the eye, and say, watch me. And then put the treat away and say, watch me. Good. And then give them the treat. It just really helps to focus them, and it increases the likeliness that they're going to obey to whatever your next command is. So those are some of the most important tricks that I picked up on a class I took with my dog. If you are having trouble training your dog, there are a lot of different options out there. These were all just ones I picked up in a puppy course at PetSmart. There's multiple other levels. They have all sorts of private training, class trainings, all sorts of stuff like that. But it's just really fun to train your dog, come on, so that they listen to you more and they don't embarrass you in front of your friends.